Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Line War. On Alpha Team today we have Jan, Snow, Evil Lobster, and on Bravo Team we got Super Crumpets, Cryptosporidium, and one of the developers of Line War, Santos. So let's have a look. Bravo Team has started over in this section here. Santos is starting here, but he's not building anything. He's moving across over into this section here. He's gone for some economy. There we go. And he's got some in the mountains there, some factories. Cryptosporidium is building up a little bit of economy there and getting some factories with barracks. Their other team members all the way over here though. I would say they got the better positions in general, mostly the middle of the map. However, having one player so far away, but mostly focused on air units, can be good. He can get back into the battle faster, but it could be a problem that he's so far away. On the other hand, over here we have Jan, who is crossing the ocean with some economy, bit of navy, and mostly just factories after that. I think they might be saving up some money for when they conquer over this side. Over on this section we got Red here, who is Snow, and they are just building some factories, trying to control any units coming out of these sections over here. And on the last person here that we're going through is Evil Lobster, part of Alpha Team, who is getting a bit of air units. Mostly factories, which isn't a bad idea, having the mountains in this section. It's going to be a lot easier to defend with that. But it looks like Santos is going for like a city scenario. He's got some industries already being set up. He's only got 2 factories, so it looks like he's going for the economy route straight away. And we'll just have to see how this plays out then. This small choke point is going to be a very easy place to hold on to with just artillery and maybe some anti-air just in case. Over in this section, it looks like Snow wants to get rid of Crypto in this section. He's taking away any stragglers that get through there. And now Alpha Team have control over this choke point here to get access to the rest of the map. And they will have to go through Super Crumpets up there. But he doesn't seem to have too much on the ground, just mostly air units. But then the air units might be enough to control that section as it is. Evil Lobster looks like he's about to start making a push into Santos' area. Cryptosporidium is about to be attacked by 2 players by the looks of it, from 2 different angles here. 2 different points of attacks, and Santos could help, but I think he's got his own problems to deal with right now. This is the problem when you got one player so far away over here, because these airfields I don't even think reach over here with the bombers. Might come close and they might be able to do a bit of damage, but they're not going to be able to help too much. So it looks like he's diverting most of the infantry this way, which is a good idea because the forest is here, so the infantry are going to get them best use in this section here because of the bonus of infantry in the forest. He's got the artillery just behind these mountains, which is perfect. As the artillery come up to it, they're slowed down by the mountains, giving these artillery extra time to fire. He could be doing the same on this section though, having the artillery pushed back into this section here, maybe dug in along this end here, so that they're slowed over the mountains before they fire. Over in this section, Santos has a nice little curve going on, but lacks anti-air, and Evil Lobster is going to be evil and exploit that, to be quite honest. And just as he does, he's created a gap in this section of the defense, and it looks like he's going to push his army in through that section there. Let's have a look at what Snow's doing over here. He has claimed the land over here, and he is going to be pushing his units through. He's got the ocean, he's got the navy yard, and he's building anti-airships. So they're going to be perfect to be able to hold in this section over here. But I think he might be expecting a bit of navy too, otherwise he'd be progressing a bit further, I think. Or he's a bit distracted by what's going on over in this section. So the helicopters are going to be the ones trying to clear up this section here. It looks like we've got some barracks on the ground for Super Crumpets as well to try and capture some territories there and protect against any units. The bombers are coming down the south to try and deal with the infantry, but that has given away what he's doing, and it looks like we're building factories now to try and help prepare against anti-air there. Well, for anti-air. Over in this section, Santos has lost control of this choke point, and the Evil Lobster's forces are being pushed through. Focusing in over the mountain, but we have a rocket just here. It looks like Lobster has just noticed this. He's going straight in for the kill there. and I think he's going to get the kill on that, but there is quite a few units protecting it, and there's only infantry coming in. It looks like they built the defences just in time. Just a couple of units getting through there though, but the helicopters have been called in to try and help protect that section, but at the same time, we do have some units going off into this section to take on some barracks. So either way, Evil Lobster is going to get some damage done over in this section. And that is really unfortunate for Evil Lobster. That rocket launch pad there is halfway complete and is still standing. That was perfect time for the helicopters, and the way this was built just in the nick of time. Having the units coming in on the mountains there. We do have the helicopters still coming around. It might be nice if he sends those in to take out the rocket factory, but I think he's not going to do that just now. On the other hand, Cryptosporidium is under heavy attack from both Snow and Jan as they're pushing through. Although he's got a good defense on this section here, there's not much coming through there. The rocket does come down, but it looks like Basantos had to use it, relatively speaking, in his own territory against Evil Lobster's forces, but that will give him some time to push back. Up in the north, Super Crumpets is clearing away any areas over here. He's got some airfields now, so the airstrips, sorry, so that expands his unit count. He can have more air units and bring them over here, and he can now start sending them into this section here. This could change the tide of the war, but it might be a little too late, to be honest. A lot of the damage here has already been done. But there is another rocket coming in, and I don't think he's going to get there in time. And Basantos is getting ready to push back in this section. But instead he's going to the right to try and help protect his ally. But I would like to keep an eye on what's going on down here. Came just in time. Jan is across the ocean. He's got a fair amount of units set up. Mostly infantry, SAMs, and a tiny bit of artillery going on. Super Crumpets has spotted this. He is setting up some defences to try and block the path. But the energy wells are going to be key here. They are going to stop the aircraft from moving if they can get them all. Does he have any safer ones? He does have energy well in the ocean and some storage there, so he should be fine for a little while either way. There's been a fair amount of helicopters been called in over into this section, and with the way the units are coming in fairly one by one, and there's not enough anti-air there, it looks like those helicopters are going to tear the forces to shreds, to be honest. Evil Lobster is sending in another wave of artillery and SAM, supported by helicopters, and they might be able to do some damage there, but they're not going to be enough when the reinforcements keep flowing in. He needs to keep up some more production. I would like to quickly go through their economy at this point. So let's go back to Jan. So this is Alpha Team. Jan is on 860. Snow is on, my mouse keeps moving, 490, so Snow's actually a little behind. Evil Lobster's on 600, so they're doing okay for Alpha Team. Over in this section we can see Jan is pushing forward. Bravo Team, on the other hand, has 632, 429, and 704. So I'd say the economy is relatively balanced, if I'm remembering it correctly. My memory is not so good, I might have forgotten them, to be honest. But I think their economy is actually quite balanced with each other. It's more about the damage and the trades being made at this point. But I do think Jan's economy is about to explode. They are pushing through this section here, and there is nothing but air units to protect. Which, air units are great, but they knew this, and there's a lot of SAM on the ground. So even if they send in everything they've got, they're going to be able to take out these airfields. And there's only airstrips over here, which leaves these airstrips, airfields, or their air forces, without any reinforcements. And although it won't kill Super Crumpets up here, it certainly is going to hinder him enough that might end up killing him later. Santos has a sizable force now. He seems to be pushing back against Evil Lobster. And I think Evil Lobster might over-invest in the SAM units here. It's got quite a few and there isn't too much air units to worry about. So I'd say that's a good amount if he's not building any more, which it doesn't look like he is actually, so not too bad. Over here though we do have some more units coming in from Jan and Snow. With Crypto bringing some units back down from this section over here. And the battle raging on over in this section here. Looks like they have cleared out Super Crumpets' original location. They're not going to be able to do too much about this energy well though. Not without investing in something on the ground, in the ocean. Maybe getting an airfield over here just to take it out, but I think that is a pretty safe energy well. Snow is recalling his units behind this choke point, setting up a little defense there, as he knows he can't really progress with the few units that he has right now. And he is focusing on sending all of his units the other way instead, so he's going to try and control one section with just a small amount of forces and focus most of his energy into this northern area where Jan can help as well where necessary. The rocket is coming in against Evil Lobster and it takes out most of those SAMs and pretty much everything there, even causing a bit of collateral damage there by the looks of it. But it doesn't matter, Basantos has enough units in the background there, and these interceptors are extremely fast. We are in ×2, I believe. Let's just make sure. Yep, I'm in ×2. So everything is sped up a little bit, just to keep the game going a bit faster. And over in this section here we do have the built up forces of Snow pushing in against Crypto Spiridion. And Crypto is on the retreat there. Up in the north against Super Crumpets, Jan is pressuring him quite a lot and he's actually completely pushing forward through the north. Struggling a bit in this section here, but the artillery are slowing down any reinforcements coming in this section. But he might struggle to hold this line without any more dedicated reinforcements there. It looks like he's got their airfield set up and he's getting helicopters to assist and he's taking out that energy well while he can. So Evil Lobster is under pressure now. With Basantos trying to push through, he's got a defensive line here to retreat to if he needs to. And he's trying to surround the enemy in the forest over here. But Evil Lobster is pushing around in that section there. Snow is doing a very good job in this middle section here. And probably has quite a few units here he can start to bring up forward now as well. Those tanks are desperately trying to get around these artillery units. But there is just a massive wall of artillery that they're not going to get through right now. So the units that went up too far north are now coming back down and they are taking out some of the production structures by the looks of it. And it looks like the reinforcements that were coming around this way, that were pressuring there, had to divert and come from this section. And it looks like two players from Bravo team have left. Basantos is on his own and he waves the white flag too. To be fair, at the beginning of the game, I thought that Bravo team had a bad position because they were too far on the edge of the map. Having the center control is usually a very good position to have. But I think it was just that Super Crumpets was just too far away. And Jan pressured him by, heavy ground forces when Super Crumpets went mostly air to try and support from a distance. And I think Jan exploited that perfectly, to be fair. Lots of really good plays going on there. And Basantos trying his best to push back, but was just a little too late at progressing there. Let me know what you guys think about that game, and just remember there are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click on one and I will see you there soon.